Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2020 and another part of this series with Tottenham Hotspur, where we are in the Champions League semi-finals, and last time out we managed to beat Roma 2-1 in the first leg away from home. We did extremely well with Onana having a fantastic game, and then Esposito and Lorenzo both combining within about 7 minutes to give us the advantage, and not just the victory but 2 away goals as an advantage as well, which is absolutely crucial. In the meantime, we then took on Bournemouth and managed to win 5-1 in the league. A completely changed 11. It's been a constant theme. Our second 11 are playing more in the league than our preferred 11, because we just need to make sure we're fit for the Champions League. And to begin with, they gave the ball away. Xerxes, look at him run that ball into the net like an absolute legend. He's been in great goal-scoring form, and that just continued his run. Xerxes then went a bit further with another goal and made it 2-0. Before long, Lorenzo put the ball over and David Neres with the finish for the third. And then Xerxes tackled in the box, but he retrieves his own loose ball, puts it across, and there is Butman at the near post to put the ball in the back of the net. Duane Codolon then scored a stunning free kick into that top corner before they had a late penalty, 89th minute, which they did manage to convert to make it 5-1. But a pretty good game all in all, and that leaves us set up nicely for this match against Roma, where we really need to just put in a good performance and we will manage to make it through to the Champions League final for the first time with Spurs, but for the fourth time in our career, which is pretty remarkable given it's only 2026 in the game. So going out there today, we have Butman and Kane up top. We then have Greenwood and Fati, both in the wing positions, with Bellingham and Daniel in central midfield as usual. We then have Gonçalves, Kenner, Diaz, Sazao and Onana in goal going out there against this Roma team. It is going to be a really, really tough match, but I expect us to get the win in this one. This Roma team, not the most difficult in the world, it has to be said. They've got Martinelli, Zaniolo, Keane, Pellegrini, Thomas, Cristante, then Nieto, Varnier, Mancini, Klosterman and Pau Lopez. There's nobody in that team that I would replace with somebody in mind. So I really do expect us to go out there, get the win, and not just protect our lead, but really go on and push towards an even bigger margin over the 2 legs. But this is a Roma team who are top, I think, of the league. But Fati's stolen it, he puts it across, and Butman, with the easiest finish of his life, makes it 3-1. And Roma now, I mean, they needed 2 goals anyway, but they have to get 2 goals here just to force extra time instead of going through for the win. So that's a really big blow to their confidence after 40 seconds. Klosterman robbed by Fati, Butman allowed to get to the ball first in the 6-yard box, and he makes it 1-0. So really, really nice there from the team, showing that intent very early on. Thomas now with the free kick for Roma. It's gone in, it's hit the woodwork, not far away. Thomas back in again, but it's cleared out. Moise Keane tries to go after it. Varnier is there, but unable to do anything to force another opportunity for the team. And at the moment, we are still in control of this game. It's a little bit tight in the stats, but we have a corner. Fati puts it in. It's cleared out to Butman. And Ruben Diaz with the softest goal of his life. I don't even know how much he knew about that, but he's just got his head on that and flicked it into that near post for 2-0. And surely that is the tie over and a Champions League final booked with Tottenham Hotspur, only their second in recent times after that game against Liverpool before this series began. So 2-0 we now lead at Roma. The team looking absolutely assured. Fati with the ball to the back stick, but Pau Lopez happy to claim that one. He then looks to throw it out to Pellegrini. Ball being worked forward. Martinelli. Back to Pellegrini again, worked out to the left flank. Comes Pellegrini once more. Thomas outside to Klosterman, and that's a stunning finish from Klosterman. It's now 2-1 as it was in the first leg. Klosterman making up for his early mistake where he allowed Fati to rob him, and the goal from Butman. He's done well there. He had a lot of space, to be fair, but that's a stunning finish. Not sure Onana should be being beaten at his near post like that, but given how well Onana played in the last leg, I'm not going to worry too much about him maybe being a little bit lax at his near post here. But we do need to make sure this isn't the start of a great Champions League comeback, and Gonçalves does well there to intercept the ball. Daniel over the top for Butman, who's in behind, and he's not the natural clinical finisher up there. He's a great advanced forward because of his physicals, his mentals, but he's not a finisher. And here's Daniel going round the defender. That's brilliant stuff from Daniel. He tried to do it on his own. He maybe should have tried to play that one off to somebody else. But we're in a great position here, and we cannot complain too much as Bellingham takes the corner. In it goes. Kenner's there. It's off the post. And that really would have wrapped it up. Gonçalves now in towards Kane, and Pau Lopez dives across his line just to keep that goal out. We do need to be careful. Obviously, if we concede again, it's a one-goal game, and if they score, they do win the tie over 2 legs. But Greenwood just gives us that security blanket with a beautiful header at the far post for 3-1. It's 5-2 on aggregate, and surely this tie is absolutely over now. Fati again involved. He's been such a good signing. He's a much better player now for Spurs than he ever was at Barcelona, where he was mostly the understudy while we were there. But that was a beautiful goal, and 18 now for Greenwood. He's a good 20-goal-a-season striker, Greenwood. He's not a regular starter. He plays a lot out on the wing. Maybe if I gave him a full run for a season up front, he might get to 30 goals, but I think we have better striking options than him. But he's a good wing player. He's young, he's English, he fits the club values, so he'll be around at the club for quite a time to come. As the ball is worked forward by Roma, Zaniolo over to Pellegrini. Klostermann in space again. He's not going to do it once more. He's forced to cross it, but Martinelli scored, and there are question marks around Onana today. After such a good first leg, he just seems to be slipping up a bit. Now, luckily, we still have that 2-goal cushion, but we are in knockout territory. This isn't extra time anymore because they've got the away goals advantage, but they need to score 2 more to knock us out. So we just need to be really sensible with our play, exploit them when they do come pounding on us, and that's why I'm not going to go for counter or defensive. We're going to stay on attacking because there will be gaps in this defence that we can hit. And Daniel there finds Fati. This is one of them, and he's hit that post. I mean, a few players hit the post there. I think we've done it twice. Roma have done it once, but the post definitely having a role to play in this match. As it comes out, Kane can't get there. He doesn't quite have the legs. Now Moise Kean puts it in behind, but a good header by Ruben Dias, one of the goal scorers. Kenner. Diaz then looks to switch it, but Klostermann heads it away only to Fati, who had good anticipation. He plays it across, it's intercepted. Ruben Dias cleans it up in defence, and I thought he was going to give it away there, but he has played it back to the goalkeeper as we look to work it through the middle with Daniel pushing it out wide. Beautiful ball to find Fati. He cuts across, he's going to try and do it, and he has done it. Ansu Fati, brought in January as a major reaction to a poor start to the season, and that's his 10th goal since coming in, all from the left wing. He really is one of the world's best players now, Ansu Fati. Look at that, a bit of fortune in taking on the defender, but a stunning finish, excellent drive, determination to push him from the wing there, and he's given us that 3-goal cushion, and we are definitely going to the final of the Champions League, which is absolutely amazing. Gonçalves now puts it forward. Kane tries to head it back, but Cristante to Riccardi. Now Martinelli on the attack, across to Keane. Klostermann, Donizete over to Thomas, played through, and Donizete has done it again. And I feel like Onana may as well not be in goal today. That's 4-3 now. And once again, there's just 2 goals in it. And if Roma were able to keep us out at one end, they'd have really good chance of going through today, but they just keep conceding every time it looks like they might come back into the game. But they've scored a few good goals. Onana being beaten at his near post quite a lot. They've had 3 shots on target and scored 3 times, so real question marks over Onana in this game. But I'm just going to let the match finish out here and not worry too much about making substitutions. I want to keep the team solid at the back and not look to make too many changes, as Martinelli nearly scores again there. That really would have been a nervy end to the game, but we've got 5 minutes to see out with a 2-goal cushion. Kenner plays it forward to Fati. He's charging down that left flank once more. Klostermann and Fati, major players in the game today, and Klostermann getting the better of him there. Riccardi, ball played forward to Martinelli. He's charging through the middle again, finds Moise Kean. It's saved, but Martinelli is there, and we are in for a dangerous last 5 minutes from the team. I've gone cautious. I've put the man more on. How have we conceded 4 goals today? Onana did make the save, but it just wasn't good enough. And Martinelli, quick on the reactions for his 29th of the season. This would be one of the great Champions League turnarounds if Roma can do this in the last 4 minutes. Time nearly up. We're going to bleed out some substitutions now. Butman can come off for Jenna. And we'll also just put Esposito on. But we've got a minute and a half to go. Here's Daniel taking the ball down the right flank. He's lost it but manages to just about steal it back. He's charging through. He plays it to Butman. And Butman denied by Paul Lopez there. Now we've just changed our strikers. It looks like that's done the job. And we have managed to go through after an absolutely pulsating 2-legged tie. I mean, the Champions League this season for us has been amazing. If you think about that quarter-final 5-1, 5-2, and then in the semi-final 2-1, 4-4, that's a 6-5 and a 7-6 aggregate matches. The second knockout round a bit easier, 4-1, but we've taken out some absolute giants on our way through the Champions League, and we're going to the Stade de France. We've also qualified for the FIFA Club World Cup, so this is another big boon for us. When is this taking place? That's the last one in 2025, so I'm not sure when the next one is. It doesn't really matter. We'll get to it when it happens, but we are going to take on Manchester United in the Champions League final. Manchester United were beaten by me a couple of years ago in the final. They haven't had an appearance otherwise since they lost to Barcelona again way back in 2010-11. So they're really hoping that they can break this pretty poor run of finals. They won their sort of 2 in a row there, but then lost 2 finals after that. That was their 3rd. So we're hoping to give them their 4th straight final. Obviously, they've not been too involved in the league race this season. They are only 4 points behind us, but we have that game in hand. And now we can look ahead to the games to come. We've got the match against Liverpool, who are down in 5th. Given we've got the cushion and we can lose to Liverpool and still win the title, I'm tempted to just go straight to the Wolves game to end the season, and then maybe the Champions League final in the next episode. So let's go. We'll see how we get on against Liverpool. We could do Leicester and Wolves today potentially if this Liverpool game's not going well, but I'll see how we get on and see you in just a minute. Well, maybe unsurprisingly, away from home against Liverpool, we didn't manage to get the win, and that means we're in for a really tight finish to the season, and especially the title race. It's going to be really nail-biting down to the last minute. Maddison scored a penalty after 15 minutes to give Liverpool the lead. Ansu Fati then tried to go across but lost it to our former Ajax youngster Gravenberch, who he gave his first team debut to, and he put Salah through for 2-0. It looked like we might be able to come in the game when Neres put Butman in behind. He put it across, and Esposito with a classy finish made it 2-1. But then late on in the game, Maddison over to Gravenberch, and our former player making it 3-1. To give Liverpool the victory. Now, if we look at the Premier League table, you can see we're currently in 2nd. We still have that game in hand. We win that, we go to 81 points. Chelsea, realistically on goal difference, then can't catch us. And it's all about Manchester City and their final game of the season, which is against Sheffield United away. So we can assume they are probably going to win that. So if they're going to finish on 83 points, we have to win both of our final games. The first one away from home against Leicester, the second one at home against Wolves. So going out there today against Leicester, we've got the full strength 11. We've only got 2 games and 4 days left to go, and then we have a big break before the Champions League final, so we've just got to throw everything into this. It's Fati, Kane, Esposito and Bellingham in the front 4, Butman and Daniel in the middle, then Gonçalves, Kenner, Koulibaly and Sazao in defence with Onana in goal, and this is an absolutely must-win game. This squad have choked at the worst possible time on a number of occasions as we get towards the silverware defining matches, and we need to make sure that that doesn't happen here today, particularly with our £60 million sale Troy Parrott up front, and Esposito's just got an injury, potential foot injury, which is just not particularly ideal. Now, in terms of players to come on, I think we're probably going to go for Mason Greenwood, given he's been in decent form. and see how he gets on. No Xerxes on the bench, but we do have Jana available if we need to bring someone on. Gonçalves with the throw, puts it in. Easy for Van der Voort to come out and collect the ball. As it stands, we would be 1 point behind Manchester City, which isn't the end of the world by any means, but it does make it pretty nerve-wracking when they're taking on Sheffield United. But Jones has got through, and Curtis Jones has just scored for Leicester, and that could be potentially a title losing goal that we've conceded there. Weigl now plays it over the top. Jones gets in behind, and he just puts it in. Onana getting beaten at his near post time and time again. I don't know what's wrong with him after that sensational game against Roma. Maybe we just blew a little bit too much smoke up his arse, because he just seems to be giving up on his goalkeeping responsibilities, and the team really now need to find something and dig out a win in this game. But as it is, Leicester are still on the attack. We're going in for the tackles, but they're not actually putting a tackle in. Terzic down the left flank puts it inside. Onana does his actual job this time by catching the ball. He then plays it forward. Bellingham back to Koulibaly. It's over the top, and Sazao is now in behind as he plays it through for Greenwood, pulls it across, and it's gone in. It's an own goal, I think it is. Thomas Tavares, I think it hit Ndidi, then Tavares, and then went in the back of the net. A good bit of fortune for us as champions as we try to defend that title. Greenwood doing well, took it to the byline, and that ball across. Ndidi just kicks it into the head of Tavares to make it 1-1. So 20 odd minutes on the clock. We've got job to do still. Bellingham putting the ball in. It's gone through everybody and then hit the crossbar, and the header. Van der Voort just got to his feet, or his knees at least, in time to take the catch there. Feels like we are knocking on the door a little bit though, so Leicester maybe under a bit of pressure here. We just need to try and create some more chances. We're not having as many shots as we might normally do. And here's Chowdhury over to Odegaard, being doubled up on, but he manages to get it out. Basile forced to go all the way back to the keeper, who then just punts it forward but finds Odegaard. Chowdhury over the top. Suso was coming through, but now Butman has it in the centre of midfield as he drives down that left flank, beats the man, and then loses out on the second tackle. Odegaard into Chowdhury. There's a counter on here for Leicester, and we know how good they are with that. Suso tackled by Fati well, and Bellingham to Kane. Ball over the top. Greenwood's in behind the defender. He's through on the keeper, but he can't get the finish there past Van der Voort, and we remain searching for the goal that would give us a lead. Bellingham with the corner though. In it goes, and Noah Kenner with the goal. Excellently done. His 6th of the season. He's made it 2-1, and we've come from behind to take control of our own title destiny once more. Finally, we're going back to the top of the table. That game we've had in hand has sort of been hanging over us for a long time now. We've not quite been able to cement the lead, but now we could be going into the final game of the season with that 1 point advantage at the top of the table. It means that last game would remain a must win, but before we can get to that, we need to finish this one. Gonçalves with the throw. In it goes, and Van der Voort happy to take the catch there before the attacker could get the head on it. He now throws the ball out. Odegaard is there. It's back to Chowdhury. Weigl over the top. Header goes up, and Kenner now down to Gonçalves. We've seen nothing of our former player Troy Parrott today, but that might come back to haunt us with the commentator's curse as Tavares works the ball forward for Leicester. It's come in to Troy Parrott, who plays it over to Curtis Jones, and he has scored again. Curtis Jones. It's Troy Parrott with the assist, no less. Commentator's curse, in a way, coming back to haunt us. Odegaard found Chowdhury, and it's this ball from Parrott. I don't know what Sazao is doing it right back. Oh no, it's a centre-back who screwed that up, which is probably even worse. But Curtis Jones there has managed to come through and finish past Onana, who's been so poor the last couple of games. He is a patchy goalkeeper, Onana, I have to say. And there are times where he leaves me very frustrated as manager. We don't have a left-back option. Obviously, Bernard's out injured. Terzic to Odegaard. Tries to put it in. It's cleared away. Butman is there. Now Kane out wide to Fati. Is this the time? He's charging through. He's been our hero this season, Fati. He rounds the keeper, but he can't beat the keeper. He just didn't quite get the shot right there. Bellingham with the resulting corner, it goes in, it's cleared out. Butman is there. Tackle by Chowdhury is a good one, and Odegaard has managed to pick it up. Butman trying to just clean up his mistake, and he does. Koulibaly can't do anything with it. And time running out for us here. We need to get a goal from somewhere. It's just a case of where. I'm going to take Fati off, bring David Neres off in his favourite position and see if he can be our hero today. David Neres over the top, finds Greenwood, he's in behind, he goes round the keeper and he's put it wide of the post. I don't know what's wrong with the team. They're not able to finish their chances. They're not able to stop Curtis Jones either. And now Parrott brings the ball forward. It's played out to Tavares. He pulls it back to Lucas Henrique. Weigl out to Tavares once more. And Curtis Jones has done it. It's 3-2. He's got a hat-trick. And he is sinking the champions here. Oh, this is painful. Really, really painful. Tavares with the ball, put it across. Curtis Jones. After Liverpool beat us in the last game, the Liverpool Academy graduate has got a hat-trick here. And it could be all over for us. We just don't have long left here. We don't seem to have the ability to come back in this game. Daniel has the ball here from a corner. He brings it forward, but it just goes out for a throw-in. We're going to have to go very attacking, aren't we? And just see if we can get a goal. I mean, a point basically doesn't matter at this point. It has to be a win, and it's not going to come. So it's basically a defeat either way. And there's the full-time whistle. That is absolutely inexcusable by the team. I can't believe we've lost that game. Troy Parrott, our former player, sold for 54 million. He's got 10 goals to be fair, but he's cost us that game. I mean, look how poor our form has been across these games at the end of the season. We've only won 3 of our last 9 matches at such a crucial time in the season. And now we've got a must-win game against Wolves and a Champions League final to come. They will both be in the next episode, I think. It's going to be difficult. We have to win and Manchester City have to lose. Maybe that point would have been crucial, to be fair, because now Manchester City have to lose. Had we got that point and Man City drawn, we would have taken the title with a win. But it's all now on Manchester City losing to Sheffield United. Otherwise, we have thrown away the title, and there's no other way to put it. Lost, won, lost. 3 of our last 4 games have been lost. I mean, it's just so poor. We were on such a good run of form before that, but it's just all fallen apart towards the end of the season. I don't really know why. We've had a few injuries. Diaz getting suspended wasn't great either, and Beret is a big loss. Esposito's now out as well, which isn't good. He's gone for 2 to 4 weeks, so that's him out the Champions League final as well. So it's not a great way to end the episode, but it is where we're going to have to end it, because I can't bear going into that Wolves game and seeing us throw the Premier League away. This is a team that chokes a lot, and we are not immune to that. The semi-final of the FA Cup has been lost. We nearly threw away both the quarter-final and semi-final of the Champions League, and we're about to throw away the Premier League title. And then it all goes down to the Champions League final. If we lose that game, I might have to resign, because I couldn't live with the shame of the just sheer scale of the bottle job taking place in front of our eyes. But do drop a like down below if you're enjoying this very disappointing end to the season so far. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel. But until next time, see ya.